Hello, officer. I need to report a theft immediately. Someone just stole my purse at the shopping mall.
Please calm down, ma'am. You're in the right place. Can you tell me exactly when this happened?
About 15 minutes ago, I was trying on clothes at the department store, and when I came out of the fitting room, my purse was gone from the chair.
I understand how distressing this must be. Did you see anyone suspicious near your belongings before the theft occurred?
There was a woman in a red jacket hovering around, but I didn't think much of it at the time. She kept looking at her phone.
That's helpful information. Can you describe this woman in more detail? Her height, hair color, approximate age?
She was about my height, maybe 5'6", with dark brown hair in a ponytail. I'd say she was in her mid-20s.
Excellent. Now, what items were inside your purse? I need a complete list for the report.
My wallet with $300 cash, my driver's license, 2 credit cards, my phone, keys to my apartment, and some makeup.
Have you already contacted your bank to freeze those credit cards?
No, not yet. I came straight here. Should I do that right now?
Yes, that's crucial. You can use the phone at my desk. Which banks issued your cards?
One is from Citibank and the other is from National Trust. Do you think there's security footage at the mall?
Most likely. I'll contact mall security immediately to preserve any video evidence. They usually keep recordings for 30 days.
That's a relief. What are my chances of getting my stuff back?
We'll do everything possible. These mall thieves often target multiple stores in one day, so we might catch her if she's still in the area.
How long will this report take? I need to go cancel my cards and change my apartment locks.
About 20 more minutes. First, let me get your contact information and we'll move quickly through the rest.
Okay, thank you. I'm just so shaken up. I've never been robbed before.
It's completely normal to feel that way. Once we finish here, I'll give you a case number for insurance purposes.
Will someone call me with updates about the investigation?
Yes, you'll receive a call within 48 hours. If we find anything on the surveillance footage, we'll contact you immediately.
I really appreciate your help, officer. What happens if you catch her?
She'll be arrested and charged with theft. You'll be notified and may need to identify your belongings and possibly testify in court.
Whatever it takes. I just want my license and keys back. The money and phone can be replaced.
We understand. Let's finish this paperwork so you can start making those important calls to your bank.
Excuse me, officer. I just witnessed a terrible car accident at the intersection of Main Street and Fifth Avenue.
Thank you for reporting this. Are there any injuries? Did you call an ambulance already?
Yes, I called 911 first. The ambulance and fire truck are already there. I came here because I thought you should know.
Good thinking. Emergency services will handle the scene, but I need your statement. Can you describe what you saw?
I was waiting at the bus stop when a blue sedan ran a red light and crashed into a white SUV that was turning left.
That's very serious. What time did this accident occur? Try to be as precise as possible.
It was exactly 2:45. I had just checked my watch because my bus was late.
Perfect. Did you notice the speed of the blue sedan before it ran the red light?
It was going really fast, maybe 50 or 60 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. The driver didn't even try to brake.
Could you see the driver of the blue sedan? Was it a man or a woman? Any distinguishing features?
It was a young man, maybe early 20s, wearing sunglasses. He looked like he might have been looking at his phone.
That's crucial information. Distracted driving is a major cause of accidents. What about the SUV driver?
That was an elderly woman. After the crash, she seemed dazed but conscious. People rushed to help her immediately.
Did you see anyone else in either vehicle? Passengers, children, pets?
The SUV had a child in a car seat in the back. That's what scared me the most. I hope the kid is okay.
The paramedics will take care of everyone involved. Did either driver try to leave the scene?
No, the blue sedan's front was completely smashed. It wasn't going anywhere. Both airbags deployed.
Good. Were there other witnesses besides yourself? Anyone else who stopped?
Yeah, at least 4 or 5 other people. A woman in a business suit was taking photos with her phone.
Excellent. Can you remember any license plate numbers from either vehicle?
The blue sedan had a plate starting with 7XR, but I didn't catch the rest. Everything happened so fast.
That partial plate is still very helpful. Did you notice if the blue sedan had any damage before the accident?
Not that I could see. It looked like a newer model, maybe 2 or 3 years old.
This is excellent information. I'm going to head to the scene now. Can I have your contact information in case we need a formal statement?
Of course. Should I go back to the accident scene with you?
That won't be necessary right now. An officer at the scene will collect statements from all witnesses. We'll call you if we need anything else.
Okay, I'm just glad I could help. I really hope everyone survives.
Your quick response in calling 911 probably saved lives. Here's my card. If you remember any other details, contact me directly.
Will do, officer. Thank you for taking this seriously.
We always do. Accidents like this are preventable, and witness testimony like yours helps us determine fault and prevent future incidents.
Please, you have to help me. My daughter hasn't come home and she's not answering her phone. Something's wrong.
I understand you're frightened. Let's start from the beginning. How old is your daughter and when did you last see her?
She's 16 years old. I last saw her this morning when she left for school at 7:30. She always comes home by 4.
What time is it now, and have you contacted her friends or the school to see if anyone's seen her?
It's almost 8 o'clock at night. I've called everyone I can think of. Her best friend Sarah said she saw her leave school at 3.
Has your daughter ever stayed out late without permission before? Has she run away previously?
Never. She's a responsible girl. She's on the honor roll and never breaks curfew. This is completely out of character.
That's important information. Does she have any boyfriend troubles, problems with friends, or issues at school that might explain this?
She mentioned a boy named Tyler last week, but she said they were just friends. I don't know his last name or where he lives.
We'll need to find out more about Tyler. Does your daughter have a car, or does she usually take the bus?
She takes the city bus. Number 42 stops right in front of our house. Her bus pass should show if she used it today.
Good point. I'll contact the transit authority. Can you describe your daughter? Height, weight, hair color, what she was wearing today?
She's 5'4", weighs about 120 pounds, long blonde hair, blue eyes. She was wearing her school uniform, a navy blue skirt and white blouse.
Does she have any distinctive marks, birthmarks, scars, tattoos, piercings?
She has a small scar above her left eyebrow from when she fell off her bike as a child. No tattoos or piercings except her ears.
What about her phone? Have you tried tracking it with a family locator app?
I tried. It shows her last location was near the school at 3:15, and then it went offline. The battery might be dead.
Or it could have been turned off. Does your daughter have access to money, credit cards, or a bank account?
She has about $50 in her wallet and a debit card linked to my account. I can check if she's used it.
Please do that right away. Any recent withdrawals could tell us where she is. Has she seemed depressed or anxious lately?
She's been stressed about college applications, but nothing that would make her disappear. We talk about everything.
I need you to bring me a recent photo of your daughter, preferably from the last month. Do you have one on your phone?
Yes, here. This is from 2 weeks ago at her friend's birthday party. That's the most recent one.
Perfect. I'm going to issue an alert immediately. We take missing teenagers very seriously, especially when it's out of character.
What should I do?
Should I go looking for her? Should I stay home in case she calls?
Stay home and keep your phone charged. If she contacts you, call me immediately. Don't confront her, just find out where she is.
Do you think she's in danger? Could someone have taken her?
Let's not jump to conclusions. Most teenagers who go missing return within 24 hours, but we're treating this seriously from the start.
I feel so helpless. She's my baby. What if something terrible has happened?
I understand your fear. We're going to do everything possible. I need you to make a list of all her friends, their phone numbers and addresses.
I'll do that right now. How soon will you start searching?
Officers are already being briefed. We'll check her usual hangouts, the school area, and speak with her friends tonight.
Thank you, Detective. Please find my daughter. I can't lose her.
We'll work through the night if necessary. Here's my direct number. Call me anytime, day or night, if you hear anything.
I'm not sure I should be here. This is embarrassing. Maybe I should just go home.
Sir, you're safe here. Whatever brought you in, we're here to help. Can you tell me what happened?
My wife, she hit me again last night. I know that sounds crazy. Men aren't supposed to be victims, right?
That's absolutely not true. Domestic violence affects people of all genders. Your experience is valid, and you deserve protection.
I've got bruises on my arms and chest. She threw a lamp at me. I've been dealing with this for 3 years.
I'm glad you finally came in. What prompted you to seek help today, specifically?
She threatened to hurt our son if I tried to leave. He's only 5 years old. I can handle her anger, but I won't let her hurt him.
That changes everything. Threatening a child is very serious. Has she physically harmed your son before?
Not yet, but she screams at him when she's angry at me. Last night, she grabbed his arm hard enough to leave marks.
We need to document everything. Are you willing to let me photograph your injuries?
I guess so. Will this go on some kind of record? I don't want to ruin her life.
I understand you still care about her, but your safety and your son's safety come first. These photos are evidence that might save your life.
What happens after I file a report? Will you arrest her?
That depends on several factors. We can issue a restraining order to protect you and your son. Would you like us to do that?
If I get a restraining order, where will we live? Our house is in both our names.
There are options. She would be required to stay away from you and your son. You could remain in the house, or we can help you find shelter.
I have a job. I can't just disappear. My boss wouldn't understand if I missed work because of this.
Domestic violence is a legitimate reason for time off. There are laws protecting victims from losing their jobs in these situations.
I'm so ashamed. My friends would never believe this is happening. I'm 6 feet tall, and she's barely 5'2".
Size doesn't matter in domestic violence. Abuse is about power and control, not physical strength. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
She wasn't always like this. When we first got married, she was loving and kind. The abuse started after our son was born.
Postpartum issues can sometimes trigger violence, but that doesn't excuse abuse. Has she ever sought counseling or anger management?
I suggested it once, and she threw a plate at my head. She says I'm the problem, that I make her angry.
That's classic abuser behavior. Blaming the victim is how they maintain control. You are not responsible for her violence.
What if I file this report and she gets worse? What if she really does hurt our son?
That's why we need to act now. The longer abuse continues, the more dangerous it becomes. We can have officers accompany you home.
Can I think about this overnight? I need time to process everything.
You can, but I strongly advise you to take action today. At minimum, let's file the report and get those photos. You don't have to decide about the restraining order right now.
Okay, let's do the report. But what do I tell my son about all this?
We have counselors who specialize in helping children understand these situations. Would you like me to connect you with family services?
Yes, please. I just want my son to grow up in a safe home.
You're doing the right thing by being here. This took tremendous courage. Let's start the paperwork and get you the help you need.
Officer, thank goodness you're here. Someone broke into my house while I was at my daughter's place for dinner.
I'm sorry this happened to you. Are you safe now? Is there anyone inside your house currently?
I don't think so. I was too scared to go in after I saw the broken window. I called you from my neighbor's house.
You did exactly the right thing. Let me check inside first to make sure it's secure. Please wait here in your neighbor's yard.
Be careful. What if they're still in there? I don't want you to get hurt.
Don't worry, I'm trained for this. I'll signal you when it's safe to come inside. Does anyone else have a key to your home?
Just my daughter, and she's still at her house. I've lived here for 35 years and never had any problems until tonight.
The house is clear now. You can come in, but please don't touch anything until we dust for fingerprints. Can you tell if anything is missing?
Oh my goodness, look at this mess. They went through all my drawers and cabinets. My jewelry box is open and empty.
Try to stay calm. I know this is overwhelming. Can you describe what jewelry was in that box?
My wedding ring from my late husband, a pearl necklace my mother gave me, and several gold bracelets. They're worth thousands of dollars, but more importantly, they're irreplaceable.
I understand these items have sentimental value. Do you have photos of the jewelry or appraisals for insurance purposes?
My daughter might have photos from when we had everything appraised last year. Should I call her to come over?
Yes, that would be helpful. What about electronics? Television, computer, tablets?
My television is still here, but my laptop is gone from the kitchen table. I use it to video chat with my grandchildren.
I'm sorry. What about cash? Do you keep money in the house?
I had about $400 in an envelope in my bedroom drawer for emergencies. That's gone too.
How did they enter? You mentioned a broken window?
The window in my bathroom. It faces the backyard, where there's no streetlight. They must have known I wasn't home.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious in the neighborhood recently? Anyone asking questions or watching your house?
Now that you mention it, there was a man last week claiming to do home inspections. I told him I wasn't interested and closed the door. Can you describe him? This could be important. He was white, maybe 40 years old, medium build, wearing a blue uniform with some company name I can't remember. He had a clipboard.
These criminals often pose as workers to scout homes. Did he see inside your house when you opened the door?
Unfortunately, yes. He could see straight into my living room. Do you think he's the one who robbed me?
It's possible. We've had similar reports in this neighborhood. Did any of your neighbors have security cameras?
The Johnsons next door just installed one last month. They might have footage of my backyard.
Perfect. I'll speak with them immediately. In the meantime, we need to secure that broken window. Do you have plywood or cardboard?
There might be something in the garage. I'm just so shaken up. How could someone do this to an old woman?
Unfortunately, burglars often target homes they think are easy to break into. But we're going to find who did this.
Will I ever get my things back? Especially my wedding ring. It means everything to me.
We'll do our best. If the items are pawned, we can track them. Many pawn shops cooperate with police on stolen property.
Should I stay somewhere else tonight? I don't feel safe here anymore.
That might be wise. Can you stay with your daughter? Tomorrow, consider getting better locks and maybe a security system.
My daughter already said I should move in with her. Maybe she's right. This used to be such a safe neighborhood.
Crime can happen anywhere, but don't let this one incident force you from your home. We can discuss prevention measures.
Thank you for being so kind, officer. I feel a little better now that you're here.
That's what we're here for. Let me get the fingerprint team over here, and we'll document everything thoroughly.
I need to report a massive fraud. Someone has stolen $50,000 from my business account, and my bank says they can't do anything.
That's a substantial amount. Please sit down and let's go through this carefully. When did you first notice the unauthorized transactions?
This morning, when I logged in to pay my suppliers, there were 15 transactions I never authorized, all made over the past week.
Did your bank flag any of these transactions as suspicious? They usually have fraud detection systems in place.
That's what makes me furious. They didn't flag anything because the transfers were made using my correct login credentials and security codes.
That suggests someone had access to your passwords. Have you shared your banking information with anyone, even employees you trust?
Absolutely not. I'm the only person who knows those passwords. I change them every month, and I use complex combinations.
Where were these funds transferred to? Did they go to another bank, a person's account, or overseas?
Multiple accounts, all opened in the past 2 weeks at different banks. The names on the accounts don't sound real, like John Smith and Jane Doe.
Those are likely mule accounts. Criminals use fake identities to open accounts, then close them quickly. Have you received any suspicious emails recently?
Now that you mention it, I got an email last week that looked like it was from my bank asking me to verify my information. I clicked the link and entered my details.
That was a phishing email. The criminals created a fake website that looked identical to your bank's site to steal your credentials.
I'm such an idiot. I should have known better. I've read about these scams. How could I fall for it?
These scams are increasingly sophisticated. Even tech-savvy people fall victim. The important thing now is to stop further damage.
What can we do? The money's already gone. My business payroll is due in 3 days and I don't have the funds.
First, we'll file a detailed report. Then I'll contact the Financial Crimes Unit. They work with banks to trace these transactions.
But you said the accounts are fake. How can you trace money through fake accounts?
The money ultimately has to end up somewhere real. Criminals often make mistakes. We've recovered funds in similar cases.
How long does that usually take? I need that money now. I have 20 employees depending on me.
I understand the urgency. Recovery can take weeks or months. Have you contacted your business insurance? You might have coverage for cyber fraud.
I have insurance, but I don't know if it covers this type of loss. I'll call them immediately after we finish here.
Good. Also, you should warn your clients and suppliers. These criminals might have access to more than just your bank account.
Oh God, I didn't think of that. They could have my client list, contracts, everything. This is a nightmare.
Let's focus on what we can control. Change all your passwords immediately, not just banking, but email, cloud storage, everything.
Should I shut down my computer? What if they're monitoring me right now?
Disconnect it from the internet and have a cybersecurity expert examine it. There might be malware giving them access.
This is going to cost me even more money to fix. Between the stolen funds and the security fixes, I might lose my business.
I know it seems overwhelming, but businesses survive these attacks. The key is acting quickly, which you're doing.
Will you catch whoever did this? I want them prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
We'll certainly try. However, many of these operations are run from overseas, making arrests difficult. But we've had success in some cases.
What can I do to prevent this from happening again? I thought I was being careful.
Never click links in emails, even if they look legitimate. Always go to websites directly by typing the address. Enable two-factor authentication on everything.
I should have had two-factor authentication already. That one extra step could have saved me $50,000.
Hindsight is always clearer. Right now, let's complete this report so we can start the investigation. I'll need copies of all the fraudulent transactions.
I have everything printed out here. Bank statements, screenshots, the the phishing email, everything I could think of.
Excellent preparation. This documentation will be crucial for both the investigation and your insurance claim. I was attacked last night walking home from the library. I didn't want to come in, but my roommate insisted.
I'm very glad you're here. This took courage. Can I get you water or anything before we start? We can take this as slowly as you need.
Water would be good, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just really shaken up. I keep replaying everything in my mind.
That's a completely normal reaction to trauma. There's no rush. When you're ready, can you tell me what happened?
I was walking down Elma Street around 9 o'clock. It's usually well lit, but 2 of the streetlights were out.
What happened next? Take your time.
A man came up behind me and grabbed my backpack. I held on to it because my laptop and phone were inside. That's when he pushed me down.
Did he say anything to you, make any threats or demands?
He said, "Let go or I'll hurt you worse." His voice was deep and raspy, like he was a smoker maybe.
You're doing great. What happened after he pushed you?
I fell hard on the pavement and scraped my hands and knees. He grabbed my backpack and ran toward the park.
Did you get a good look at him? Any details you remember, even small ones, could help.
He was tall, maybe 6 feet, wearing a dark hoodie and jeans. I didn't see his face clearly because of the hoodie.
What about his build? Thin, heavy, muscular?
Average build, I guess. It all happened so fast. I remember his shoes were white sneakers. They stood out in the darkness.
That's helpful. White sneakers can be very distinctive. Did anyone else see what happened? Were there other people on the street?
There was a couple walking their dog on the other side of the street. I screamed for help, and they called 911.
Good. We'll need to contact them for their statement. Did you see which direction he ran in the park?
Toward the north side, near where the playground is. He disappeared into the trees.
Have you noticed anyone following you recently or felt like you were being watched?
Actually, yes. For the past week, I kept seeing a guy near the library who seemed to stare at me. Could that be the same person?
It's possible. Can you describe the man you saw near the library?
Same height, always wore a hoodie, even though it's been warm. I never saw his face clearly because he'd look away when I noticed him.
Did he ever approach you or try to talk to you before last night?
No, he just watched from a distance. I told myself I was being paranoid. I should have reported it earlier.
Don't blame yourself. You couldn't have known his intentions. Did you seek medical attention for your injuries?
I went to the campus health center this morning. They cleaned my wounds and gave me antibiotics. Nothing's broken, just bad scrapes and bruises.
I'm glad you got checked out. Did they document your injuries with photographs?
Yes, the nurse took pictures and gave me copies. I brought some with me.
Perfect. Those will be important evidence. What was in your backpack that he stole?
My laptop, worth about $1,000, my phone, my wallet with my student ID and debit card, textbooks, and notes for my midterm exams.
Have you canceled your debit card?
Yes, first thing this morning. No charges had been made yet, thankfully.
Smart thinking. Did your phone have tracking enabled? Sometimes we can locate stolen phones.
It did, but when I checked the tracking app, it showed the phone was turned off. The last location was near the park.
That's still useful information. Criminals often turn phones off immediately, but sometimes they turn them back on later.
What are the chances you'll catch this guy? I don't feel safe walking anywhere now.
We take these cases very seriously. This area has had several similar attacks recently, which suggests we might be dealing with a serial offender.
You mean he's done this to other women? Why hasn't he been caught yet?
We've been working on it, but victims haven't been able to provide enough identifying information because of the hoodie. Your description of the shoes helps.
I want to help catch him so he doesn't hurt anyone else. What else can I do?
You've already done a lot by coming in today. We might ask you to look at a photo lineup if we identify a suspect.
I'll do whatever it takes. Should I change my routine? I have to go to the library to study.
For now, don't walk alone at night. Use the campus security escort service. They'll walk you anywhere on campus for free.
I didn't even know that existed. Why don't they advertise it better?
That's a good question. I'll mention it to the university police. Your safety is what matters most right now.
Officer, I need help with my neighbors. They're having another loud party and it's 2 in the morning on a Tuesday. This happens every week.
I understand your frustration. How long has this been going on?
6 months, ever since they moved in. Music blasting, people shouting, cars blocking my driveway. I have to work in the morning.
Have you tried talking to them directly about the noise?
Multiple times. They apologize and say it won't happen again. Then the next weekend, it's the same thing. I'm at my wit's end.
I see. Have you documented these incidents? Dates, times, duration of the noise?
I started keeping a log 3 months ago after you guys said I should. I have dates and times of every single party.
That's excellent. Can I see your log? This documentation will be crucial if we need to take further action.
Here it is. As you can see, there are entries for almost every Friday and Saturday night, and several weeknights too.
This is very thorough. According to city ordinances, noise violations after 10 p.m. can result in fines. How loud is the music typically?
I can hear every word of every song in my bedroom with my windows closed. My walls vibrate from the bass.
Have other neighbors complained, or is it just affecting your property?
The family on the other side of them moved out last month. They told me the noise was part of why they left.
That's significant. What about neighbors across the street? Can they hear it too?
Mrs. Peterson across the street is elderly and hard of hearing, but her daughter visited last weekend and was shocked by the noise level.
Would these neighbors be willing to provide statements supporting your complaint?
I think so. We're all tired of it. This used to be a quiet neighborhood. Now it feels like living next to a nightclub.
I'm going to go next door and speak with them right now. Is the party still going on?
I can still hear the music from here, can't you? It's ridiculous.
Yes, I can hear it. That's definitely a violation. Wait here, please. I'll be back shortly.
Please make them turn it down. I have a presentation at work in 5 hours, and I haven't slept at all.
I'll handle it. If they refuse to comply, I can issue a citation immediately.
What if they just turn it down for tonight and then do it again next week, like always?
That's where your documentation comes in. With your log and multiple complaints, we can pursue legal action, including fines that increase with each violation.
How much are the fines?
First offense is $200, second is $500, third is $1,000. Most people stop after the first fine.
They have money. I see expensive cars over there all the time. What if fines don't matter to them?
If fines don't work, the city can pursue other remedies, including restricting their ability to have gatherings. It rarely gets to that point.
Can I sue them for disrupting my peace? I've lost so much sleep that my work performance is suffering.
That's a civil matter. You could potentially sue for nuisance, but I'd recommend trying the criminal noise violation route first. It's cheaper and faster.
Okay, I'll wait to see what happens tonight, but I'm seriously considering moving if this doesn't stop.
I understand. Let me talk to them. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you, officer. I'm sorry if I seem angry, but I'm just exhausted.
Your frustration is completely justified. Sleep deprivation is a serious issue. Stay here and I'll resolve this tonight. Officer, I'm worried about a man who's been hanging around the elementary school playground. I'm a teacher there, and something doesn't feel right.
Thank you for reporting this. Can you describe what behavior you've observed that concerns you?
He's been there every afternoon this week, sitting on a bench near the playground, watching the children. He doesn't have any kids with him.
What does this man look like? Age, height, distinctive features?
He's maybe 50 years old, bulging, wears glasses, and usually a gray jacket. He drives a dark green sedan that he parks across the street.
Have you noticed him interacting with any children, or does he just watch?
Yesterday, he tried to talk to one of my students who was walking home alone. The child ran back to school, thankfully.
That's very concerning. Did the child tell you what the man said?
He asked the child's name and offered candy. The child remembered our safety lessons about not talking to strangers.
Good. Those safety lessons probably prevented something worse. Have you seen him approach other children?
Not that I've witnessed directly, but other teachers have mentioned seeing him. We're all on alert now.
Has the school principal been notified about this situation?
Yes, she called the police non-emergency line 2 days ago, but I wanted to file a formal report because he's still coming back.
You did the right thing. Did you get his license plate number when you saw his car?
Yes, I wrote it down yesterday. Here it is. I also took a photo of his car from a distance.
This is extremely helpful. I'm going to run this plate immediately. Do you have the photo on your phone?
Right here. You can see him sitting on the bench in the background. I tried to be discreet while taking it.
Perfect. I can see his face clearly enough to identify him. What time does he usually appear?
Between 3 and 4 o'clock, right when school lets out and children are playing outside before the parents pick them up.
That timing is deliberate. He's targeting the window when children are accessible, but supervision might be less intense.
That's what scares me. What if he's planning something? What if he's waiting for the right moment to grab a child?
Your vigilance is protecting these children. Has he ever been on school property itself, or does he stay on public sidewalk?
He stays on public property, technically, but the playground is visible from where he sits, and he has a clear view of the entire area.
Unfortunately, sitting on a public bench isn't illegal, but approaching a child and offering candy crosses a line. That's attempted enticement.
So you can arrest him for that?
We can certainly question him and possibly charge him depending on what we find when we run his background. Does he have any bags or items with him?
He usually has a backpack. I have no idea what's in it, but it makes me nervous.
I'm going to increase patrols around the school during dismissal time. I'll also run his information through our database for any prior offenses.
What should the teachers do if we see him again? Confront him? Call immediately?
Never confront him. Call 911 immediately and keep children away from that area. Make sure no child leaves school alone.
We've already implemented a buddy system and increased supervision. No child leaves without a parent or authorized adult now.
That's excellent. Have you sent a notice to all parents about the situation?
The principal is drafting one now. We don't want to cause panic, but parents need to know to be extra vigilant.
Good approach. Include the description and photo if possible. Parents can be your eyes and ears in the neighborhood.
Will you let me know what you find out about him? I won't be able to sleep until I know these children are safe.
I'll contact you as soon as I have information. If he has a criminal history involving children, we'll take immediate action.
I pray he's just a lonely old man who likes watching children play innocently. But my gut says otherwise.
Trust your instincts. They've served you well so far. Your quick action may have prevented a tragedy.
That's all I want, to keep my students safe. They're like my own children.
That's evident in how seriously you're taking this. I'll be in touch soon. Keep that photo and your documentation of sightings.
Detective, I don't understand what's happening. I got a call from a credit card company about a card I never applied for.
That sounds like identity theft. What exactly did the credit card company tell you?
They said someone opened an account in my name last month and charged over $10,000, but I didn't do that.
I believe you. Identity theft is increasingly common, especially targeting seniors. When did you first learn about this?
This morning, the credit card company called asking why I hadn't made any payments. I told them I didn't even know the account existed.
What company was it? Did they give you an account number or any other details?
It was MasterCard through some bank I've never heard of. They gave me an account number, but I wrote it down wrong. My hands shake now.
That's okay.
We can get that information directly from the company. Have you checked your credit report recently?
I don't know how to do that. My wife used to handle all our finances, but she passed away 6 months ago.
I'm sorry for your loss. Criminals often target people after a death in the family because there's confusion during estate settlement. Have you received any other suspicious calls or mail?
Now that you mention it, I've been getting credit card offers and collection notices for accounts I don't recognize.
Those are red flags. Someone has stolen your personal information and is opening accounts in your name. Do you know how they might have gotten your information?
I have no idea. I barely use the computer. I pay my bills by mail like I've always done.
They might have stolen your mail. Have you noticed any missing letters or statements?
I hadn't thought about that. Sometimes mail comes late, but I assumed it was just the postal service being slow.
Do you have a locking mailbox?
No, it's just a regular mailbox at the end of my driveway. Anyone could reach in and take things.
That's likely how they got your information. Bills and bank statements contain everything a criminal needs. We need to get you a locking mailbox immediately.
This is all so overwhelming. What else do I need to do? I'm on a fixed income and can't afford to pay these fraudulent charges.
You won't have to pay them. We'll help you dispute everything. First, we need to freeze your credit so no more accounts can be opened.
How do I do that? This is all so confusing.
I'll walk you through it step by step. We'll contact the 3 major credit bureaus together, right now, from this office.
Will this affect my real credit cards? I have one I use for groceries and medicine.
Your existing legitimate cards will continue to work. The freeze only prevents new accounts from being opened without your permission.
What about my Social Security? Could they have stolen that money too?
Your Social Security payments go directly to your bank, correct? Check your bank statements to make sure there are no unauthorized withdrawals.
I check my balance every week at the ATM. It seems normal, but I'll look more carefully now.
Good. Also, change your ATM PIN immediately, just to be safe. Use a number that's not obvious like your birthday or address.
My wife always remembered those things. I'm not good with numbers anymore.
Write it down and keep it in a very safe place, not in your wallet. Maybe in a locked drawer at home?
How long will it take to fix all of this? I'm worried about my credit score.
It's a process that can take several months, but we'll help you through every step. Your credit score will recover once we prove the fraud.
Will you catch the person who did this to me?
We'll certainly try. Identity theft rings can be difficult to trace, but we've had success in many cases. The key is stopping the damage now.
I feel so violated. It's bad enough losing my wife, and now someone is stealing from me when I'm at my most vulnerable.
I understand. These criminals are despicable, targeting people when they're grieving. But you're doing the right thing by reporting it immediately.
My daughter lives 3 hours away. Should I tell her about this?
Yes, absolutely. She might be able to help you monitor your accounts and mail. Family support is crucial during this process.
She's been asking me to move closer to her. Maybe she's right. I can't handle all this alone.
That's a personal decision, but having family nearby during this situation would certainly help. For now, let's focus on securing your identity.
Thank you for being so patient with me, Detective. I know I'm not as sharp as I used to be.
You're doing fine. You recognized the problem and reported it quickly, which is exactly what you should do. Let's make those calls to the credit bureaus now.
Okay, I'm ready. Whatever it takes to fix this nightmare.
We'll get through this together. Here's my direct number. Call me anytime if you have questions or notice anything else suspicious.